Recording in progress.
Are you trying to steal this? Ready? Good evening. We will call the Auburn City Council meeting for January 5th, 2026 to order, and we will begin with a land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge the federally recognized Muckleshoot Indian Tribe, the ancestral keepers of the land we are gathered on today. We thank them for their immense contributions to our state and local history, culture, economy, and identity as Washingtonians. Tonight's meeting will be held both in person and virtually. Now, if you would all rise and please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. And Rebecca, will you please call roll?
Deputy Mayor Tracy Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Amer.
Here.
Councilmember Baldwin.
Here.
Councilmember Lott.
Here.
Councilmember Rakes.
Here.
Councilmember Sturgis.
Here.
Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Here.
Thank you. All right, we do have one proclamation this evening, so I'll move over to the podium. Mayor's proclamation. Whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. devoted his life to advancing equality, social justice, and opportunity for all, and challenged all Americans to participate in the important and never-ending work of building a more perfect union. And whereas Dr. King's teachings can continue to guide and inspire us in addressing difficult challenges in our communities. And whereas millions of Americans have been inspired by the life and work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to serve their neighbors and communities, and we believe every person can make a simple change within themselves towards racial healing that can have a profound effect. And whereas we commemorate the 35th anniversary of the holiday recognizing a visionary leader whose message brings our residents together, strengthens our communities and our nation as we celebrate his life and legacy. And whereas the City of Auburn, alongside other cities across the United States, acknowledges the Tuesday following Martin Luther King Jr. Day as the National Day of Racial Healing, and urges our residents to promote transformation in the ways best suited for them. And whereas the City of Auburn will continue its important work throughout equity initiatives to build awareness and understanding and advance equity across the city. Now, therefore, I, Nancy Backus, Mayor of the City of Auburn, do hereby proclaim Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a day of service in the City of Auburn and call upon the community to pay tribute to the life and teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I further recognize the Tuesday following as National Day of Racial Healing, dated this 5th day of January, 2026. All right, we will move on. First item on the agenda this evening is appointments. Auburn Arts Commission. City Council to approve the appointment of Drew Dixon, Patrice Edwards, Chad Perkins, and Perry Shaw to the Auburn Arts Commission for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028. Is there a motion? Deputy Mayor Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the appointment of Drew Dixon, Patrice Edwards, Chad Perkins, and Perry Shaw to the Auburn Arts Commission for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Baldwin.
Happy to second.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Taylor.
It's weird to say that, isn't it? Thank you, Mayor. I read through the applications, and I'm very excited to see people very excited to be a part of our Arts Commission. As a former Arts Commissioner, I loved my time working with the staff, and I'm excited to hear and see all of the things that they plan on doing during their term.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions? All those in favor of the appointment of Drew Dixon, Patrice Edwards, Chad Perkins, and Perry Shaw to the Auburn Arts Commission for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. Next is the Auburn Lodging Tax Advisory Committee. City Council to approve the appointment of Bob Fraser to the Auburn Lodging Tax Advisory Committee for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028. Is there a motion? Deputy Mayor Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the appointment of Bob Fraser to the Auburn Lodging Tax Advisory Committee for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Ammer.
A second, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Taylor.
Again, read through the application, and a fantastic asset to our Auburn Lodging Tax Advisory Committee.
And this is actually a reappointment.
Oh, sorry.
No, it says appointment in there, but it is a reappointment. So
Still see the same thing.
do appreciate the work that Bob has done. Any questions or comments from council? All those in favor of the reappointment of Bob Fraser to the Auburn Lodging Tax Advisory Committee for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. And next, for the Auburn Tourism Board, excuse me. City Council to approve the appointment of Maddie Lindsay and the reappointment of Malia Dale to the Auburn Tourism Board for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028. Is there a motion? Councilmember Sturgis.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to recommend that we move to approve the appointment of Maddie Lindsay and the reappointment of Malia Dale.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? Oh,
Second.
Sorry. Second. Okay, thank you.
Second.
Councilmember Sturgis.
I realize that's why I stopped. Sorry about that. Yes, this is very exciting. We are looking forward to welcoming Maddie Lindsay as a new member of the Auburn Tourism Board and the reappointment of Malia Dale. So thank you for your continued service. And this is for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028 is what we're asking for.
Thank you. Questions or comments? All those in favor of the appointment of Maddie Lindsay and the reappointment of Malia Dale to the Auburn Tourism Board for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2028, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. Rebecca, do we have any agenda modifications this evening?
No, Your Honor, we do not.
Thank you. All right, we will move to public comment. This is a place on the agenda where the public is invited to speak to the City Council on any issue. And public can participate either in person, submit written comments, or in advance ask for accommodations to speak remotely. Did we receive any written comments?
No, Your Honor.
And do we have anyone asking to comment remotely?
No, Your Honor, we do not.
All right, we will move to in-person comments. Is there anyone in the room that would like to provide public comment this evening? Anyone in the room? Please come forward. Give your name and city of residence for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Good evening to a brand new of interesting-looking city council. Virginia Haugen, I live in Auburn. I didn't know that I would ever get so involved in a bunch of campaigns and talking to so many people about people who were running for public office. What a bunch of very interesting people we have had an opportunity to vote for. A real mixed bunch. You are a very interesting looking crew. I would like to thank Council Member Tracy Taylor for speaking so clearly and plainly and sometimes so eloquently about whatever it is she is talking about. I tend to listen because I hear every word she says. As far as Nancy Backus goes, in the last 2 years, I've been meeting some of her friends, and Backus thinks she's a class act. You have not met her friends. Her friends are a very cool bunch of ladies. I see a lot of strength on this council, and I want to keep looking at that strength. I want you to be the most important city council that we have ever had. Thank you so much for running for public office, and don't be letting your heads get all filled up with bravado, because it doesn't work, because you're going to go into a restaurant and some crazy old lady's going to come at your table and they're going to shoot you right down to your shoelaces. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak this evening? Final time, is there anyone else that would like to speak? All right, we will move on. Do we have any correspondence this evening, Rebecca?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We'll move to the consent agenda. All matters listed on the consent agenda are considered by the City Council to be routine and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Is there a motion? Deputy Mayor Taylor.
Sorry, I apologize. I move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Ammer.
I second.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the minutes from a December 15th meeting, the claims and vouchers as listed in your agenda.
Thank you. Council, are there any questions or comments or any items you would like removed to be considered separately? All those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. The consent agenda passes. We have no unfinished business or no new business, so we'll move to resolutions. Resolution number 5883, a resolution ratifying and confirming the proclamation of emergency made by Mayor Nancy Backus on December 9th, 2025. Is there a motion? Councilmember Sturgis.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 5883.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Ammer.
I second, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Sturgis.
Thank you, Mayor. This resolution is for Auburn City Code Section 2.75.070C, requires ratification and confirmation, modification, or rejection as soon as it is practicable to do so.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from council? Councilmember Baldwin.
I just want to take a second and give my deep appreciation to all of our directors and all of our staff in the city who handled this emergency with the seriousness that was required and just did exceptionally well as far as making sure that our community was informed, making sure that people could be helped, making sure that people could stay safe. I think when things like this happen, it really shows how well the machinery was working to make sure that people were looked after. So thank you to everyone for the long hours, the long days, and getting it done.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? And we do have our emergency manager, Matthew Colpitts, in the audience this evening, so kudos to you, Matthew, for your work and the work of the entire team in the EOC on the ground. Director Kruger, who helped stand up the emergency shelter. We had quite a time. There were a lot of long days, long nights. but it was worth it to make sure that the people in the city of Auburn and people in Pacific and surrounding cities were also in a safe place. So thank you, and well-informed. All right, all those in favor of resolution number 5883, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5883 passes. Resolution number 5884, a resolution authorizing the mayor to accept an initial offer of financial aid to the Auburn Airport from the Community Aviation Revitalization Board, or CARB, and to execute the loan agreement. Is there a motion? Councilmember Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to adopt resolution number 5884.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Baldwin.
I'll second.
Thank you. Councilmember Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. This resolution allows the mayor to accept the initial loan offer and execute the loan agreement to complete the enclosure of existing open hangars for betterment of the airport.
Thank you. Questions or comments from council? All those in favor of resolution number 5884, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, all opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5884 passes. Resolution number 5885, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute grant agreements between the City of Auburn and the Federal Aviation Administration relating to project number CP 2518, Airport T Hangar Upgrades. Is there a motion? Councilmember Baldwin.
Thank you. I would move to adopt Resolution 5885.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Rakes.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Baldwin.
So this resolution would authorize the application and acceptance of grant funding, if awarded to the city by the Federal Aviation Administration, that would allow us to complete the construction phase of project number CP 2518, which is the Airport T Hangar upgrades.
Thank you. All right. Are there any questions or comments from council? Councilmember Baldwin.
Simply that I believe we have about a 15-year waiting list for people who are looking for closed hangars. So I would think that this will help in reducing the backlog.
Yes, it will. All right. All those in favor of resolution number 5885, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5885 passes. And just like that, we are finished with the business of the council for this evening. We will move to mayor and council member reports. At this time, the mayor and city council may report on significant items associated with their appointed positions on federal, state, regional, and local organizations. And we will begin with Deputy Mayor Taylor.
No report this evening, Mayor.
Thank you. We will move to my right to Councilmember Rakes.
Thank you, Mayor. The only thing that I have is I was fortunate to be able to help with the school district when they had the donations for the flood victims. And it was quite inspiring, quite busy. I was able to go down and help sort clothes and get that area all set up for the next day. Unfortunately, there were so many flood victims that needed help, but it was put together in a 3-day period. So I'm just very thankful that they were able to do that, and what a great job it was.
Thank you for doing that. Councilmember Baldwin.
No report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Lott.
Nothing this time.
All right. Councilmember Taylor.
Nothing this time, Mayor. Nothing to report.
Thank you. Councilmember Sturgis.
Nothing except for Happy New Year, and I am so excited to work with all of you over the coming year.
Wonderful. Thank you. Councilmember Ammer.
I have nothing. I want to say welcome to you, everybody. Congratulations and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Just a couple of things that I want to share because, as we mentioned, we did have flooding, and we had the threats of flooding, and some of our surrounding cities had a lot more flooding than we did. The city of Pacific, Mayor Cave, I have communicated with Mayor Cave, and he appreciates greatly the work that we supported in the city when the HESCO barriers failed. That has to be a very scary time. I think there's at least 200 homes that were flooded in the Pacific area. I think in the city of Auburn, we have counted roughly 30, up to 30. Is that right?
I believe it's up to 30 that have damage. I think we know of about 15
Okay.
that have damage.
Okay, thank you. So I want to thank the entire team that worked on the communications, on standing up the EOC, working in the EOC. Many of them had never worked in the EOC before. It was members from each of the different departments who gave their time away from their regular duties to work at the EOC, and that does not end at 5 o'clock. So that work was ongoing, and for all of the work by Director Kruger and her team on supporting the Red Cross at the emergency shelter, I want to thank Debbie Christian, who also opened up the Ray of Hope and the Sundown for emergency shelter, for the people who utilized the shelter, whether from the city of Auburn, the city of Pacific, or a surrounding city that were impacted by the flooding. There was a lot of grace by everyone involved, and that doesn't always happen when you have an emergency. Right? People are worried, they're tired, they're away from their belongings, they are in fear. But I have to say that everyone worked very well together. I am very proud of the work that was accomplished. The communications, I think, were second to none in the city of Auburn. And I hope we never have to utilize this in the future. But it is wonderful to know just how well our team stood together. Council, I appreciate your work and your willingness to stand at the ready for anything that needed to be done. Thank you for approving the emergency declaration this evening. As you can understand, there was no time prior to this to get this to you. So I appreciate your support. And on Wednesday, December 17th, King County Councilmember Pete Von Reichbauer holds, as you all know, a monthly Good Eggs breakfast. It was supposed to be with the new King County Executive, Gurmai Zahalai, but his new baby had other ideas and was born the night before. And so in his place was Michelle Clark, who is the Executive Director of the King County Flood Control District. Very timely because we were still in flood. And so having her there to talk about projects that have been put on hold, projects that she wants to have done, and the fierceness with which she is going to approach those projects moving forward gave the mayors of the valley hope that we will have any of those areas of concern fixed in the very near future. And that same evening on the 17th, we were able to allow people from Coppergate and Trails End to go back to their homes. Their homes were not flooded, but the roads leading to those properties were flooding. So it wasn't a matter of people losing their belongings there. It was a matter of them not being able to leave quickly if we did not have them evacuated. So sometimes that's hard to understand when you see maybe some water in the parking lot, but you don't see it coming up to your doorstep. It's a matter of your safety. We are always going to take safety over convenience. There were some roads closed at times that I know frustrated some people. But we closed those not just because there was water over the road, but because there was still a possibility that the Army Corps of Engineers was going to release more water that could have caused more flooding along those roads, or we weren't sure that those roads had not been compromised when there was water over the roadways. So again, always safety over convenience. And so I thank everyone who understood that work that we were doing. And then also on Monday, December 22nd, so last year at this point, the Auburn Food Bank holiday food giveaway, and on the 20th was the toy giveaway. I want to thank the Auburn Food Bank as well as Valley Regional Fire Authority for their collection and the volunteering that day to ensure that there was a good Christmas for many young people in our community. We have no reason for a closed or executive session tonight, and so Councilmember Lott, if this is any indication of how council meetings are going to go with you on the dais, I say welcome wholeheartedly. We are